Have you ever wondered how some businesses not only survive but thrive during times of crisis? Welcome, my friends, to a fascinating exploration of crisis management, a topic that is as timely as it is crucial. Crisis management, you see, is the art of navigating uncertain waters, the skill of turning turmoil into triumph. And in the world of business, uncertainty is as inevitable as the tides. It can surge unexpectedly, threatening to overwhelm even the most stalwart of ships. Imagine, if you will, the global financial crisis of 2008, a storm of unprecedented magnitude. It left many a corporate Goliath floundering in its wake. Yet amidst the chaos, some businesses managed to not only stay afloat, but to chart a course to greater success. Why? Well, the answer lies in how they handled uncertainty. Uncertainty, my friends, is not just a state of not knowing, it's a beast. One that can gnaw at the roots of a company, causing performance to wane and morale to falter. It can breed fear, sow discord and stifle innovation. But here's the thing, uncertainty can also be a catalyst for change. It can spark creativity, fuel resilience and forge unity. It all depends on how it's managed. So how do businesses manage uncertainty during times of crisis? What is this elusive art of crisis management? Well, it's a multifaceted discipline, one that encompasses everything from risk assessment and contingency planning to communication and leadership. It's about having the vision to see beyond the storm, the courage to make tough decisions, and the resilience to weather the fallout. In essence, crisis management is about turning adversity into opportunity. It's about steering a course through the storm, navigating the treacherous waters of uncertainty, and emerging stronger on the other side. And so, as we delve deeper into this fascinating subject, remember this. In the face of adversity, the strength of a company's crisis management strategy can mean the difference between failure and success. And isn't that a journey worth embarking on? In 1982, Johnson & Johnson faced a major crisis when 7 people died after consuming their Tylenol capsules. Let's delve into the details of this crisis. Johnson & Johnson, a reputable company known for their commitment to customer health, found themselves in a harrowing situation. Their product Tylenol, a popular over-the-counter pain reliever, was used by millions of Americans. But in a shocking turn of events, 7 people in Chicago died after ingesting Tylenol capsules laced with cyanide. This was a crisis of unprecedented scale, a threat not only to Johnson & Johnson's reputation, but also to the public's safety. The company was faced with a daunting question. How do you restore public trust after such a devastating event? The answer came in the form of a bold and costly decision. Johnson & Johnson chose to recall all Tylenol products from the market, a move that cost them over $100 million. This wasn't a decision made lightly, but it was a decision that prioritized customer safety over immediate profits. They didn't stop there. They also launched a public awareness campaign, warning people about the potential risks and offering safe alternatives to their customers. This decision, while expensive, was a clear demonstration of Johnson & Johnson's commitment to their customers. They showed that they valued their customers' safety above all else, even if it meant taking a significant financial hit. The aftermath of their decision is a testament to its effectiveness. Johnson & Johnson not only managed to restore public trust, but they also regained their market share. The Tylenol brand, despite the crisis, remained a trusted name in homes across America. It was a lesson in crisis management that companies worldwide still study today. Johnson & Johnson's response to the Tylenol crisis was a masterclass in prioritizing customer safety and trust over profits. It underscored the importance of acting swiftly and decisively in the face of a crisis, of prioritizing the right values, and of communicating effectively with the public. Johnson & Johnson's effective crisis management restored public trust and is still lauded as one of the best responses to a crisis. In contrast, let's examine BP's response to the Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010. Now, here was a crisis of tremendous magnitude, an ecological disaster that would become one of the most infamous in history. The Deepwater Horizon oil rig, operated by BP, exploded in the Gulf of Mexico, resulting in the deaths of 11 workers and the spewing of millions of barrels of oil into the marine environment over a span of 87 days. BP's response, however, was far from immediate. The company was initially slow to acknowledge the severity of the incident, and when they did, it was with a tone of downplay, a miscalculation that would later come back to haunt them. They underestimated the volume of the oil spill, creating an impression of a company in denial, or worse, one attempting to hide the truth of the disaster they had on their hands. The public reaction was understandably negative. People watched in frustration as the oil continued to gush into the ocean, damaging marine life and polluting the shores. The images of oil-soaked birds and beleaguered cleanup crews became the symbols of a crisis mishandled. BP's reputation took a severe hit. Their stock price plummeted and they faced billions in fines and cleanup costs. But the real cost was in the loss of public trust. BP's response was viewed as inadequate, unprepared, and even deceptive. Their attempts to shift the blame onto their contractors only further damaged their standing. In the aftermath of the crisis, BP has worked to rebuild its image, investing in renewable energy and launching campaigns to highlight their commitment to safety and the environment. However, the shadow of the Deepwater Horizon disaster still looms large, a stark reminder of the long-term consequences of a poorly managed crisis. BP's response serves as a cautionary tale about the potential consequences of poor crisis management. It underscores the importance of transparency, timely response, and full responsibility in the face of disaster. A lesson every business leader would do well to remember. So what can we learn from these cases about effective crisis management? The first crucial element is preparedness. The only thing certain about crises is their uncertainty. They can strike at any moment and often when least expected. Hence, it is essential to have a well-thought-out crisis management plan in place. Johnson and Amp Johnson's swift and decisive action during the Tylenol crisis is a prime example of this. Their contingency plan was ready to roll out as soon as the crisis hit, allowing them to maintain control of the situation. Next, we have transparency. In today's hyper-connected world, information travels at the speed of light. Attempting to hide or obscure facts can lead to misinformation, speculation, and a loss of public trust. BP's Deepwater Horizon oil spill serves as a stark reminder of this. The company's attempts to downplay the extent of the spill caused significant reputational damage, further exacerbating the crisis. Being upfront about the problem and your efforts to solve it is key in maintaining the public's trust and confidence. Lastly, but most importantly, is putting customer safety first. In the midst of a crisis, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters, the people affected by it. But Johnson and Amp Johnson's handling of the Tylenol crisis shows us otherwise. Their decision to recall all Tylenol capsules nationwide, despite the immense cost, was a clear demonstration of putting customer safety above everything else. This move not only protected their consumers, but also preserved their reputation in the long run. To sum up, effective crisis management is a combination of preparedness, transparency, and putting customer safety first. These key elements, when combined, can not only help navigate through a crisis, but also set the stage for a stronger comeback. Effective crisis management involves not just responding to the crisis at hand, but also preparing for potential future crises. But how can businesses not just survive, but thrive in times of uncertainty? Well, my friends, it's all about exploiting the chaos, turning adversity into advantage. Uncertainty isn't something to be feared, it's an opportunity in disguise, a chance to innovate, adapt and grow stronger. Imagine a forest fire, a destructive force no doubt, but from the ashes new life sprouts, stronger and more vibrant than before. It's the same with businesses. In the face of crisis, they can rise like a phoenix, transformed and renewed if they have the right strategies in place. Firstly, innovation is key. When the winds of change blow, some build walls, others build windmills. It's the difference between seeing a crisis as an insurmountable obstacle or a chance to create something new and better. It's about breaking from the norm, thinking outside the box, and daring to be different. Then there's agility. the ability to pivot, to change direction swiftly without losing balance. It's about staying nimble, flexible and responsive to the changing tides. It's about learning to dance in the rain rather than waiting for the storm to pass. And let's not forget about building strong relationships with stakeholders. In times of crisis, trust is paramount. It's about being transparent, open and honest. It's about showing empathy, understanding and respect. It's about standing together in the face of adversity, united and strong. These strategies aren't just about weathering the storm, they're about harnessing its power, riding the waves and emerging on the other side stronger, better and more resilient. It's about turning crises into opportunities, challenges into triumphs, and uncertainty into growth. So, as we wrap up, remember this. Uncertainty isn't a death sentence. It's a call to arms, a call to innovate, adapt and forge stronger relationships. It's a chance to redefine what's possible, to rewrite your story, and to leave a lasting legacy. In times of uncertainty, businesses that are prepared, transparent, and willing to innovate have the opportunity to not just survive, but thrive.